What the fuck? God, you're an idiot. Big congratulations to Tad and Christina on getting married today. Sorry I couldn't be there, but it's Florida. Y'all do your thing down there. Hammer, don't let them get too crazy. If it does get crazy, take video and take pictures, because I want to see the aftermath. Oh yeah, and this is on November 6th, Saturday, so if this video comes out in a few days, or next week, yeah, this was meant for November 6th, not the day it comes out, or something, you know what I mean. So the door bars are kind of done, at least notched done. They're not tacked in or anything, but the next hurdle is this seat's got to go. This was a seat I bought a super long time ago off one of the vendors on Zilvia, and I planned on making an office chair out of it, doing some stupid shit like that, and I never did it, so I use it to kind of throw in stuff and mock-up and things like that. The only issue is I found the center of my cab. I obviously had to cut the stock steering column mount off because of the dash bar. So I put that up. I measured the offset from the center of the cab to where the actual column would be with that guy, and transferred everything over, and the seat is hitting the door bar there, and it would require the seat to be offset from the column. It wasn't much, but it's still just, I'm gonna get, probably end up going with, I don't know yet. I want the Sebelt X-Pad seat because it's meant for smaller cockpit vehicles, and I did the measurements on it, and it is 4 or 5 inches narrower on the outsides than this seat is. Either that or a Kirky seat, possibly. The Kirky lightweight. I think it's almost the same dimensions. So we'll see. Haven't figured that out yet. Also got the subframe figured out. Thanks to Dave. David B-Ball13 on Instagram if you want to give him a follow. This is his SC300. It's pretty sweet looking. He had parts car. He let me come over and measure the subframe, and as I figured out, the rear mounting hole is 5 millimeters higher in the back. And when I got home and kind of laid this out and figured that out, I went inside and went, oh, I thought I talked about that in one of my videos, and I went back and found this. So yeah, there's that. So that's all figured out now. I have to set the laser up on this guy, take the single jack out of the back here, and then set up 2 independent ones on each side. Shoot the laser across, set both sides of this with the control arms in it. Obviously, if I have to either push one side up or push one side down, get it set, and what I'll probably end up doing is double checking centers and then just tack welding a piece of steel on the insides of both of those while it's bolted through here with the control arms in it, and that will hold it. Then I will figure out the mounting situation to get that good to go. Also, shout out to Round Lake Auto for giving me my tires. Are Falcon 615s, 255/40 17s. The RPF ones are 10s. The SVT wheels are 10s. The SVTs are a plus 20, and the RPF ones are a plus 18. And I have a pair of these for now. I also have another pair sitting in PA, thanks to my brother from another mother, my girlfriend's mother actually, Doug. He was kind enough to let me have the wheels dropped off at his house because it wasn't an engine or an axle or anything like that. And also thanks to Tyler Molina in PA, because he's the one I bought them from, and he delivered them to Doug for me. So I appreciate it, fellas. All right, I don't know if you can see that very faint green line. Oh, you see it on the hand even better. See the green line right here? You see where it's hitting? It's about 8 millimeters below the bottom of this bolt hole. On the other side, over there, I can't see if I'm pointing it because the info for the fucking camera's in the way. The other lower control arm front bolt, it's right on the bottom, right here. So there's fucking 8 millimeters where this thing is not level across the front. I leveled the rest of the chassis, came up front, and started stacking levels across my 2 front frame horns that came out. And before all this was welded, everything was level. And I went ahead and welded these front frame bars in and everything, and something's fucked up. But I was thinking I'm gonna have to cut this all apart, redo the front, blah, blah, blah. I'm not gonna have to do that. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna build 8 millimeter spacers into the bottom side of this frame. And I might need a spacer on the back side to level it out front to back, because they're a hair off that way too. But that might be shim stock, or if I can find some thousandths, 2, 3 thousandths, 10 thousandths maybe. I don't know how bad it is. It's not horrible, but get shim stock, and that way I can put shim stock in the back, shim it on the back, it'll be level, and then I can go work on the rear section of the subframe, because I can't start making mounts or anything for that until this front is figured out. So what I might do is just find something that's 8 millimeters, undo my clamps, put it in there, re-square the subframe off the frame, and then go from there. So that's next on the list of things to do, I guess. Also, I still got to tack in the door bars. But this shouldn't be horrible, because like I said, even though there were differences between the left and right bars on this, once this subframe gets set, the control arms get set, I find out the measurement for the suspension. As long as both sides have the same mounting points from the center out and elevation height from the control arms now, not from the frame, everything will still work as it's intended to. So this is a screw up, but not a huge screw up. It's still a fixable screw up without having to cut anything apart. So that's awesome. And this bird over here keeps trying to hit the window and wants to get in here. I don't know why. Probably can't see it, the light's blowing it out. Yeah, there it is. Female cardinal. Don't know. Alright, so to mess with this, what I did is I clamped piece of steel stock I have. This is where it pays to have little pieces of scrap angle, straight pieces, anything like that. And what I did is clamped it while it was butted up to the subframe, and then squared it off the frame rail. So obviously this side isn't going to get lowered. It's going to kind of stay where it's at, but if I have to loosen this clamp up just a hair to let that side come down. The other side, there's a piece of aluminum angle on it. So, and since it's butted up, it's perpendicular. When this side lowers, as long as it's resting against the front face on this, everything still stays square where it's at. So I'll lower this down, lower the driver's side down, find something that's 8 millimeters, get the laser, set the laser up again, shoot it, get it close, and then clamp her all back down. And that way I can get the rear subframe piece in, fitted where it needs to go, tack that in, and then kind of continue on forward with this. Because what I need to do is yank the back subframe out of it again, put it on a rotisserie, and roll her around and make some of these welds a little bit easier. Not that I couldn't do them, but I'm getting old. Position welds are cool, but I'd much rather do it where it's super convenient for me. Alright, so it ended up taking a few pieces of steel stock and 2 washers. Just a few trial runs, making sure what was going to work and whatnot. And obviously when this side came down, it fucked with this side a hair. So 8 millimeters on this side, it might have been a hair more. But everything's level now, at least this way. I've got to double check this way, front to back, and do that. Then I can set up the rear subframe and get it tacked in. And if I leave these indexers in place, then what I can do is drop this subframe out of the way. If I even need to do that. I don't even know if I need to do that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'll do something. We'll figure it out. Shout out Channel 5, Andrew Callahan. Best news station in the world.